welcome back to Bren's Beauty Boutique. I'm Bren. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Today I just want to do a quick chatty little get ready with me using something that I hauled recently, and that is the KKW Beauty Glam Bible Palette 6-pan eyeshadow palette. And I saw this online. I did pay the $30 for it. I saw it online and it just spoke to me. I thought it was just a really beautiful palette. All right, so this is what the palette looks like. It's a really soft, almost a soft suede feeling on the cover, and just I really like the beigey tan color that she uses. Just really sophisticated and elegant and sleek. I really like it. I love the size of the palette. It's small. There are 6 shades in this palette, and 5 of them are mattes and 1 is a shimmer. The names of the shades are on the back of the palette. All right, so this matte creamy ivory shade is called Femme. Next to that in the middle is called Bisque, and that's a matte rose color. Next to that is the shade called Bisque, and that's a matte rose color. And then we have a Fatale. That's the metallic smoky silver. Looks kind of greenish in the pan, a green shift to it, so we'll see. And then this one here is called Antique, and that's a matte warm gray. I really like that color a lot. And then we have Exotic, which is a matte warm brown, and then we have the color Dark, which is a matte black. And I'm just really excited to use this palette. It's very simple but sleek, and I really am drawn to these colors. I thought maybe this would be similar to some of my other neutral palettes, but it's really not. So just to show you guys the tone of these colors, I want to compare it to the Natasha Denona Camel palette, just to show you guys the tone, how different they are. So these are vastly different, you guys. Both neutral palettes, but very different color tones. So I'm excited to use this because this is right up my alley. And then I'm going to go ahead and do some swatches for you guys and some comparisons. So let's just jump right into this look. I'm excited. I have to get ready for the day. And I'm going to start out with the color Femme right here, that matte cream beige. I'll show you guys what that's like. A little bit of powdery, but not bad. Then as my transition shade, I'm going to go into this color called Bisque. That's a beautiful color. Oops, right there. That's a beautiful color. I love that color. Matter of fact, I think it's the color Bisque that really caught my attention to this palette, you guys. Actually, it's really nice when I dip my brush in there. There's just that little bit of powderiness, but it's not chalky to me. It's not chalky at all. I've never tried any of her makeup before, so I just want to go for a really nice neutral look today, guys. And they're not super pigmented so far. It's really pretty. It's just a really nice neutral color. It, you know, a natural makeup look, guys, is really all about shading. It's about shading. It's like, you know, your face is a canvas, just like you would paint a picture or draw a picture. You know, it's all about the shading. Well, it's the same thing with makeup. I'm not talking about runway makeup and editorial makeup, of course, but, you know, if you want an everyday natural look, or you want that no makeup look, but you're wearing makeup to achieve it, that's what you want to do. You want to shade. And this, I think, would be a really good color for someone with my skin tone anyway, to achieve that. It's just a really nice color. Yeah, I really like this color a lot. Really pretty. Like I said, guys, we're just going to go really simple today. I don't want to do anything extravagant. Just a really simple, natural look. All right, then I think I'm going to dip into this warm gray. I'm drawn to this this corner right here. I'm really drawn to that corner. So I'm going to go in with that. A little bit of fallout from that one in the pan. going to keep it on the outer edge here. I'm just shading today, contouring my eye a little bit, give it that little bit of definition, but I'm going in very softly, and this is the look I'm going for. Just a soft shadow, just, you know, a little bit of shading to achieve a natural, no makeup look. Ooh, I really like this palette so far. I really do. This is really nice to, gosh, I feel like there's been just so many amazing palettes coming out, and I'm telling you, as of right now, for me, this is one of them. I like it a lot. So I'm actually going to go ahead in with the color Dark, and that is that matte black color. And I want to deepen up my lash line and wake my eyes up, as I always do. Plus, I just want to use the color, see how it is. Just to smush it in there on the outer half of your lash line. That's really nice. It's going on really nicely. And right on the edge here, I'm going to just come up ever so slightly. Alright guys, so here's a little more information on that palette from the KKW Beauty website. It says, master your smoky eye with the Smoky Volume 1 eyeshadow palette. Formulated for an easy and blendable application, the matte shadows provide a creamy, powdery finish in an array of warm and smoky hues to add depth and shade to any eye look. The buttery smooth metallic shadows can be used wet or dry and with brushes or fingers to create an effortlessly saturated, silky look. Each pan is 0.06 ounces. And of course there's 6 pans of shadow in the palette. And so that is what the site says about the palette, and after just this little bit of application, I agree. I think that it's spot on. I'm finding them to be easily blendable and buildable. I'm going to be anxious to see how the black shadow performs throughout the day. If it smudges at all, it just seems like it might be that kind of shade. But I'll let you guys know how it holds up throughout the day. But I'm actually going to go ahead and finish doing my top lash line with that shade Dark. Not really noticing any fallout. Yeah, I like the colors in this palette a lot. They're really flattering. I think for my lower lash line, I'm actually going to go into this color here, which is Exotic. Alright you guys, so I love this brown, this color Exotic. I love it. You'd think that, you know, a brown eyeshadow is just a brown eyeshadow, but that is not the case, at least not to my eyes. I'm really excited that I picked up this palette. I'm really excited, and I do not think $30 was a bad price at all. No, I like it a lot so far. You know, I'm not doing a whole lot with it, but that's not what this palette is for. This isn't a palette to get, you know, some exotic look. I really like it so much. I'm going to actually do just a little more shading just because I want to play around with these colors a little more and try them out. So I'm going to go back in with this color Antique, the smoky matte gray color. I love that color too. Honestly, I think she did a fabulous job picking out the colors for this palette because they're really, really nice. Really beautiful. I'm just going to deepen up the edges, the outer edges, just a little bit. I like to see how shadows perform when they're layered on top of each other. You know, are they still going to be as blendable and as smooth or silky? Or are they going to suddenly become chalky? Are they going to take off the layer beneath them? You know, I really like to experiment with eyeshadows in that respect. Eyeshadows are definitely, as you guys know, not all created equal. Clearly. So I'm going to go back into the color Antique again, that gray color, and I'm changing my brush here. And I'm just going to smoke out the very outer edge of my lower lash line here and the upper lash line. Yeah, so I can tell you guys that I am going to be using this palette a lot. This is honestly, now, okay, besides formulation, okay, let's set that on a shelf for a moment. As far as the just the color story goes, I am actually enjoying this a lot more than the Camel palette from Natasha Denona. I mean, that's clearly just a choice in colors, but I can tell you with full confidence that I'm going to be reaching for this palette a lot more than I'm going to be reaching for this one. And I really thought that this would be my go-to palette before this one came along. And I love this palette. I really love this palette. I'm so anxious to see how these shadows perform throughout the day. That will be, of course, the true test. You know, are they going to hold up? Are they going to smudge? Are they going to move around? Are they going to disappear? I'm really anxious to see how they perform. Like I said, you guys, I'm just going for a really easy, natural, neutral look today, just an everyday look, and I believe I have achieved that with this palette. You know, I went a little bit darker than I thought I would, but that's only because I wanted to really try out these colors, and I want to give them a run for their money, so to speak. I want to wear them throughout the entire day, see how they perform on my eyes, and get back to you guys in the description box below at the end of the day, and I will update that and let you guys know how these performed on my eyes. For now, we're going to go ahead and put on some mascara. Of course, I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Mascara Volume 2. I love this mascara so much. And we're just going to do one coat of mascara today as well, just because, like I said, keeping it kind of natural and neutral. And this is my daytime look. Don't see much fallout at all, guys. And so the test that remains now is just to see how these shadows hold up. They're beautiful. I love them. I'm going to do a few swatches for you guys here too. So we have Femme, Risque, Fatale, Antique, Exotic, and Dark. I am actually going to go ahead and use the color Fatale just to see how it performs, you guys. I'm going to do that using my finger. That's what that looks like. That is really pretty. That is really pretty. Now, I know, you know, I wish I would have used this color before, but I kind of forgot, and I already have my mascara on, but that's all right. I'll work around that. This color is beautiful. I love that. I love that. All right, so I did find 3 colors that I think are actually quite similar to the colors, to 3 of the colors in this palette. These 2 colors here, and that color right there. All Alright guys, that was just a really simple get ready with me. I just wanted to try this palette out so badly, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Wanted to give you my first impressions, and like I said, I will let you know about the wearability of these shadows and any other information that I feel you need at the end of the day after wearing this all day. I'll let you know in the description box down below how everything turned out. But my thoughts on this palette are, I actually think this was a brilliantly thought out palette, and I feel like they complemented my skin tone, and I really like them. They're not super pigmented, but they're not really sheer either. They're just pigmented enough to get a really nice daytime look, in my opinion. But they're very buildable. They're creamy. They're not as soft as say a Natasha Denona shadow, but they're still quite soft actually. There's no fallout. There's not a chalky texture to these. I do not feel a chalky texture. Not much fallout in the pan either. Yeah, I think this is a beautiful eyeshadow palette. I'm super happy that I purchased this palette. It's just a really nice everyday palette, and you know, I love that it's got the one I love that it's got the one shimmer shade in there too, so you can, you know, step things up a notch, and with the darker shades, you could go from a daytime look to an evening look with this palette in, you know, just like that. And you know, I could obviously put on another coat of mascara. I mean, there's a lot I could do to really deepen this look up, but I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I like it a lot. It's a very nice, in my opinion, it's a very nice natural neutral look, and I'm quite excited. I know for a fact, without question, I'm going to be using this a lot. And I love the packaging too. It's sleek, it's sophisticated, it's elegant. I love everything about it. I didn't know that I would, and I'm kind of surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised, and I'm really excited and happy to have purchased that. And so this would be a really great gift for somebody, guys. Honestly, I think this would be suitable for a lot of people, and I think it would be a great gift. Well, and with all that said, I'm kind of wishing that I would have ordered more from that collection, just to try it out, you know, to see how it is. I've not really heard a lot on KKW Beauty, honestly, but like I said, I saw this palette and I thought, boy, it looked nice. It looked really well planned, really well laid out. The color scheme, color story is just perfect to me for just to achieve a really nice natural look. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this little get ready with me and tutorial and mini review. And if you have, please hit that like button and share this video with your friends and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. As I said, I'll let you know how these shadows held up in the description box down below, and we'll wait to the end of the day to update you on that. And I really appreciate you guys being here. I always appreciate you carving out a little time out of your very busy day to spend some time with me. You know I love you. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.